All right, welcome to the Manufacturers Network. Here's Lisa.
Hey, it's Lisa Ryan. Welcome to the Manufacturers Network podcast. This is the show for manufacturing leaders who want to build stronger teams, retain top talent, and lead with purpose. We're halfway through the year, and here's the question I want you to think about. Is your workplace culture going to help you keep your best people through 2026 or send them straight to your competitors? Today, I'm kicking off a new chapter for this podcast. So every other week, I'll be sharing short, high-impact solo episodes with practical strategies that you can take right back to the plant floor or to the boardroom. These are going to be ideas that you can act on immediately. So no fluff, no filter, and don't worry, you'll still be hearing from my fantastic guests in alternating weeks. This episode is brought to you by Grategy, where we help manufacturing leaders create cultures that people want to work in and nobody wants to leave. Through the 6 gears of Grategy, we give leaders practical tools to strengthen their teams and drive results, from onboarding to leadership development to recognition strategies that actually work. If you want to improve retention and engagement in your workplace, visit LisaRyanSpeaks.com to learn more. We're heading into the final months of 2025, and here's the reality. The manufacturing companies that win the talent game for next year will be the ones that make intentional culture shifts right now. So today, I'm going to share the 3 culture shifts that you need to make before 2026. And for each one, I'll give you a simple action step that you can take this week. Shift number 1, from pay first to purpose first. Yes, I know. It's getting harder and harder to find people these days, and nobody wants to work, and you can't pay these people enough, blah, blah, blah. Wages and benefits matter. There is no question about it. But you know what? That is not what keeps your people long-term. When I work with my clients and I talk to employees in plants, they tell me they stay because they believe in the mission or because they see how their work matters. They feel a part of something bigger than themselves. It reminds me of when I worked with the Spring Manufacturers Association, and one of the audience members shared that they had a part of the week where they would take a picture of one of those springs that the people on the line were making. They would blow it up onto a poster and show exactly where that spring went, so people could actually see the end results. And yes, those hourly workers did care about that because they wanted to see that they were a part of something bigger. So your action step for this week, have one conversation with an employee about how their job impacts the bigger picture. So maybe it's the quality of the product, maybe it's the end user who depends on it, but connect the dots for them. You might just be surprised at how powerful that moment can be. It means something for employees to take pride in their work, and the more that they feel good about working for you, the better the quality is going to be. So shift number 2, go from recognition as a task to recognition as a habit. You cannot open up a business periodical, look at articles on LinkedIn Online or anything else about employee engagement without people telling you that you need to engage your employees. Then it turns into kind of a checkbox activity, doesn't it? What do I need to do to engage my employees this month? I mean, we have the employee of the month. Maybe there's an occasional thank you at the holiday party. But recognition should be ongoing. It should be specific. It should actually be part of the daily rhythm of what you do. There's fantastic research out there from Marshall Lasada that looks at communication in organizations. And what they found was a 6-to-1 positivity ratio, meaning for every one negative thing that an employee would hear, they'd hear 6 positives. And it wasn't all, oh, yay, everything you do is so good. It was like, you know what? That's a good start to an idea. Let's see how we can build upon it. It's respectful communication. SATA found out that on an average performing team, it was a 3-to-1. So they're only hearing 3 positive things for every 1 negative. And when you're at 3-to-1, basically you're at neutral. Your employees are doing exactly enough work so that they don't get fired, and you're probably paying them exactly enough so that they don't quit. But on a poor performing team, where your problem children are hanging out, or maybe it just feels really toxic there, if you look at your feedback, you may find that it is below that LaSada line, sometimes as much as 0.3-to-1, where employees are hearing 3 times more negatives than positives. And yes, we know there are going to be some employees who, frankly, it's easier to recognize them for what they do. But if you look at each employee and you try to catch them in the act of doing things well, and recognizing them for that, it will start to change the culture, to change the feeling of your organization. So your action step on this one, at your next meeting, start by highlighting one specific success story from the shop floor. Mention the person by name, describe what they did, and explain why it mattered. It's quick, it's free, and it builds trust and morale over time. And I say over time because if this is a one and done, or if you do this a couple times and you're not getting the feedback that you think that you should be getting, continue to do it anyway because it matters. And shift number 3, we're going from words to acts of service. I mean, it's one thing to say we care about our people. It's another to prove it through your action. Acts of service means making employees' work lives better in tangible ways. So you're removing the barriers, you're fixing their frustrations, and you're showing that you value their time and effort. We looked at that at the beginning as far as how your employees are a part of something bigger, but just by listening to them. I know in my programs a lot of time I talk about the stay interviews of sitting down and asking your employees, what do you like about working here? What would you change if you were me? Realizing that no, you're not going to be able to give your employees everything that they want every time that they ask for it. And if you show them that you're listening to them and take action on the ideas and suggestions that you're getting, you'll probably be surprised at how much productivity goes up, attitude changes, and you create a workplace culture that over time attracts and keeps your valuable people. The action step for this one, ask your team what's one small thing we could change this week that would make your job easier. And then here's the key. Do it! When leaders solve even small problems, it sends a big message about respect and support. So in 2 weeks, we'll be diving into onboarding strategies that actually keep people beyond their first 90 days. And here's the spoiler. It's got nothing to do with HR paperwork. I'm going to be sharing practical ways to make new hires feel valued and connected from day one. So this show is going to be for you. I'd love to hear about your biggest workforce challenges. So message me on LinkedIn. I am the #1 Lisa Ryan on LinkedIn, or you could do a search Lisa Ryan and Grategy and find me immediately. Or you can email me at lisa@grategy.com, and maybe I'll even feature your question in a future episode. I'm Lisa Ryan, and I appreciate you. See you next time.